welcome to today's video all about how I stay motivated to run no matter what the circumstances are. Keep watching and to learn how I do this.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. Hi, my name is Sydney. I'm super excited that you're here and that you clicked on this video. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about running, my journey with it, and how I like to stay motivated, pretty much all of it. So, let's get into it. I started running about 9 years ago, I think, when I was in 6th grade. I'm in freshman year of college right now, so definitely been a while. And I just wanted to kind of see what sports teams I could maybe fit into because I was a new kid. I wanted a group of people to hang out with, and so I tried out for the track team. I say tried out, but where I went to school, you didn't really try out. You just kind of like decided to go there one day. So I checked it out and I really wanted to become a sprinter, and I would always hang out with the sprinter people and do their workouts, but I am going to be completely honest, I was terrible at sprinting. And I don't even know why, but I thought I was so good at it, and so I stuck with it. And meanwhile, the distance coach, which is now someone that I'm really close with, she basically called me over one day and was like, hey, you should try the distance group. I honestly don't know what she saw in me, because I was just kind of like, you know, I was not a good sprinter, but who means that? Like, how does that mean that I'm good at long distance, you know? But anyways, she came over and kind of invited me over to their group, and it was the most awesome experience ever. Because if you know, or if you are a long distance runner, like the group that you are running with, it's such a close pack, because it just, running long distance is kind of extreme, and so you kind of need a family like bonding you with them. So it, like, I don't think I've ever met a running team that wasn't super fun. So if you definitely have a long distance running team at your school, just go check it out. They're great people. So anyways, I fell in love with that group, and I loved the practices and I loved running, but I didn't like completely start loving it. I just kind of like the team and the family feel it gave me. But over time, like those 3 years in middle school, I ran every day. Like, I didn't even have a choice. It was just like, oh, practice time, let's go run. And there were a lot of days where it was hard. And in Oregon, if you don't know it already, it rains like 3/4 of the year. And so, there were some days it was raining, and I remember my coach would always say, okay, you get like 30 seconds, you get like 3 complaints, and then you're done, and then you're just gonna go out there, put on your big girl pants, and then just go be a big girl. And she said that, obviously we were like 15, we were old enough to like know that, but she gave us time to like complain, and then she was like, cut it off. So I think that is something that I encourage you to do straight off the bat. Like, give yourself a chance to complain, and then be like, okay, no, that's it. So you can wake up one day and be like, wow, not looking good, I'm just hating this run. Like, let yourself feel it, but don't stay there. Like, that is one of the biggest things I've learned in running, is that if you just get out there, it's so much better than, pouting about it all day. So, okay, so yeah, that was one thing she'd always say. But throughout those years, I kind of fell into it and got into a rhythm with it. And that was the thing that helped the most, to just like going there every day after school and having a group of people to meet, and we were all going through the same thing. So yeah, I think, to be honest, yes, you can start running by yourself, but it is so much harder to do that. And it is way easier if you go with a team, or even a running buddy, like a close friend, or really anyone. So that is kind of like my middle school running phase. And then we move on to high school. And high school is where it definitely got more tricky, because all of a sudden we weren't running for fun. We were running for competition and points and varsity, and the group that I was in, at least the high school that I went to, has a lot of good runners in it, and so it was very much a more competitive feel to it, which, to be honest, I was not crazy about at the beginning. I was like, this seems really uncomfortable, but because I wasn't used to that pressure put on me at races. But yeah, I kind of learned to love it after that. I think I say this a lot, but even running, you don't really start loving it. Like, you just kind of love it because you have to. There were a lot of times when I was with my team and we were like, well, why are we paying for this again? And I think that is a normal thing to ask yourself. I don't think you're a runner if you haven't asked yourself that yet. So yeah, I think part of running is almost kind of hating it but loving it at the same time. It's a very confusing sport. But anyways, so I did enjoy the high school experience and I love being on the team, but in the end, I came out of high school thinking like, that's it. Like, I'm not doing any more competitive running. And just even like running with a team, I didn't really want that to be part of my future anymore. And that's a totally okay thing to decide if that's what you want. But I'm gonna be honest, it made running a lot harder for me. And so I kind of left as soon as COVID entered and we had to like run in masks. And so I started off there and I would just had to run on my own somehow. And it was so hard some days. And I just wanted to like give up or just, because it was so easy. If I didn't want to run, I didn't have to like, no one was waiting for me to run, you know? It was just me. So get into a group of some sort if you can. But if not, make sure that you have a strong discipline and that you are willing to work at it. So now let's get on to some things that I do now that I run alone that motivate me. So let's see here. So the first thing I do is every night, I'm looking at it right now, but I set out my clothes for running ahead of time. And I'll set out my shoes, my socks, my headphones, everything, like literally everything I need in one corner of my room or wherever it works for you. And I leave it there, and in the morning, I wake up and I just go straight there. I put them on, and then that way, you'd be surprised how hard it is to like get out of perfectly clean running clothes. For me, it's like I just don't do it. So it's kind of like a mantra to me, like, okay, you know, run first, and then, you know, get them dirty, and then you can take them off. It's a weird thing, but for me, it works. So yeah, that's what I do. Another thing that really works for me, at least, is I get into like a shower schedule, which is kind of funny, but basically I will, I like taking showers in the morning, so I'll take a shower in the morning, and then I'll go to bed, and then like to get another shower, because I like taking like daily showers. Sorry, this is way like TMI in a weird way, but also like helpful. So, but point is that I will then like, I kind of force myself like, okay, first you gotta run, then take a shower. And like, you can't just take it's honestly, half of this is just my brain and it being weird. So half of this might not work for you, but that's what works for me. So I kind of get on a shower schedule and I make myself work out or do something before I can shower. Okay, and then the next thing is I love running at sunrise. And I love it. It's so much. Like, it means so much to me. And that's kind of where the spiritual journey of running impacts me. And just kind of like seeing what God like has planned for me to see that day on my run. I'm always like surprised, like, you know, oh, I wonder what I'm going to see. I wonder if there's going to be some cool cloud in the sky that looks like something. I'm a very creative person. So I like to go out there with an open mind, thinking that anything could happen. I can't wait for God to like show me that. So yeah, I love that aspect of it. And then also music is so important to me, and it has really been an important part of my running. As I have been running alone, we weren't allowed to do it on the team, but now that I'm running alone, I love it, and it gets me so motivated, and it is probably the only reason I can get out of bed effectively. So get yourself some good headphones, run with them on. You can even like set a little like playlist. If you want a playlist, there's a link in my bio that there is my running playlist. I put theirs, but it's so good. Just a lot of Christian bops, so get ready for that. Okay, and then kind of another thing that I like to do, kind of self-explanatory, but I run first thing in the morning, and that I have a class at 8, and I still manage to run before that. And some people might work for, others not, but I wake up at 6, and then I pretty much do my Bible study and then head out the door. Like, there isn't much time in between waking up and Bible study and like running, so it's easy for me to just be like, well, that's the next thing to do. So yeah. Whereas right now, I just come from work, I don't really feel like running right now, you know, so it's kind of like how I work, at least. Yeah, those are definitely my key main points, like when I think about what gets me motivated to run. But I'm gonna leave you guys with this, just know that not every day is easy for me. For someone who's been running for like 9 years, like it's hard. There are hard days, and if you want anything in life, this goes for literally anything, it's gonna be hard. It's never gonna be easy, and you're gonna have some days where it just feels so natural and you're like so proud of yourself, but then there's other days where you just don't feel good, and that is okay. Let yourself have those feelings, and you know, sit in that, and then like realize like, no, I can do this. Like God, he's gonna give me everything that I need to do in order to complete this task or run, whatever. So yeah, I hope that this video encouraged you guys, and I don't know. I mean, like, I know it might not be in some of your guys' first instincts to just go out and run tomorrow, but maybe that is something you want to try. So if you do, definitely reach out to me, DM me, you can comment on this video, but I want to kind of be like, you know, your person. Like, if you have any questions about running, or like if you, I don't know, literally anything, I'm here for you guys, and I want to kind of be a running mentor if that is something that you want, because I've been in it for a while and I am ready to give my wisdom, what little wisdom I have. But you know, I have a lot of tips like how to get rid of side aches and stuff. So if you guys want more running videos, definitely let me know, because I have a lot of content. Also, guys, can we just talk about my little background here? I got a ring light. I'll show you guys it. Like, look when it comes away. Okay, it isn't actually that. Well, yeah, it is. Okay, here, I'll turn it off. So this is what it, like, this quality is terrible, but then like, there we go. So anyways, I'm really proud of it. It's like huge. Like, what? Anyways, but I'm very proud of it. And yeah, so also, I don't know, I mean, I kind of like it. It's really pretty actually, but yeah, so background is still in progress, but I kind of like this area, and it might be my new like YouTube area. So yeah, this is kind of the inside, you know, peek. Okay, also while I'm here, I'll just kind of like tell you guys what's happening in the next couple weeks. So Friday, Bible study, second part of Hebrews, I'll be finishing it too. And then on Monday, I will be doing a how I edit my videos, and I'll talk about how I made, like, for example, the I'm forgetting what it's called, but the picture on the front of this video. And then also, like, what I'll link my tripod, and I'll tell you guys everything. So stay tuned for that video, because I know a lot of you guys have that question. So also stick around, and if you have any more whatever ideas, put them in the caption. Okay, bye.